Alrighty, so in this video, we're not going to start showing the post for the particular user we are viewing. So let's go back to our code. In here, first, we're going to start by passing the post variable. So here, let's first create posts. Here we can say, since we're actually viewing this user, in here we can now say this user, let's get the post for this user, posts. Since here we want to actually filter these users, so now we can just open bracket there to create a new query. Here let's say where type, or if you want, we can just do this a traditional way, saying where type is post. Get. Okay, after passing this post, now let's also pass it as a variable there, post. All right, now this, it will get the posts that belong to a user where the type is the post, because we can get rows or posts. So now we just want posts. So now after doing that, let's go back to our home. In here, let's remove this home template word. Here, let's create a list. Okay, UL is going to be a class. You're going to have a list. This list is going to have a class of, let's say, height 32 and rounded. All right. For this class, we're going to, since we are passing the posts model, in here we're going to have a for each loop. In here, let's say posts as post. Let's get this for each, copy this, or cut that rather, put it below here. But inside this list, we're going to now have a switch. Right, here we're going to get post to media. Actually, for this one, I realized that for now, we can just simply get this. After this, for each just below this, in here, let's do at PHP. Here, let's create a variable because we're going to call this multiple times. So let's just create one variable, and then we can reference that variable and want to use the value. So here, say cover is equals to post media first. After getting the cover now, in here we can say switch cover the meme. All right, this can be empty. If the meme type is video, then we can show here X video. Here the source will be cover URL. Right, if the case here is image, then we can show an image. Let's say height full, width full, object cover. Here the source, it will be just the same as this one. We can say image. All right, after doing that, we can now go back to our profile. Here, let's refresh this. Here you see this user currently has 0 posts. All right, so for us, let's go ahead and create one post for us. Let's select this picture, have a waterfall. Here, say new post. Allow commenting. Yes, let's share this. All right, our post has been created. Now let's go to our own profile so that we can view our posts. Awesome. Now you can see we have this one post that we just created here. But now when we click here, nothing is happening. So let us now go ahead and add a click event such that when we click, we can open our view comments. So now we can go back to our code. For this, you don't need to actually type the whole thing. Let's just go to our item, our resources, views, Livewire post. In here, let's get this on click, this one for viewing the model. So let's just copy this whole attribute, then close that, and then let's paste this inside this. In here we can say that since we have this post where we're looping, we no need to change anything for this. Let's just leave it as it is. And now if we go, right now if I click here, you see now we're opening our model where we can now add new comments, and everything is working fine. We can like the comments and unlike. Awesome. All right, so now before we close, you see that after we closed it, this is not updating. So I believe we could have found a better way to handle this, but since we are working with this feature whereby we're listening for the close model event, let's also do that for this component. So now in here, in our home, we have to add a listen model closed. So let's just go to our home, our main home component. In here, let's copy this. On close model event, close this home. Let's paste this in the home for the profile. After this, import this Livewire attributes on, like that. All right, so now let me remove that attribute. Now if I refresh, so remove this, go to the home. All right, now let's go to our profile. In here, if I click there, I open it. If I close this model, and it is disappearing. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.